everybody, I'm Lumpy the Pumpkin, and I am here to welcome you back to the Jay the Reader channel, where we talk about everything books, spooky stuff, and middle grade horror. If that sounds interesting to you, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It is greatly appreciated. Now sit back and try to relax, because this video will give you goosebumps.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I am Jay the Reader, and today we are talking about a new Goosebumps series. You heard that, yes. A new Goosebumps series. Let's get into this. I honestly didn't even know R.L. Stine was releasing new Goosebumps books, but when I found out that he has been releasing some since 2023, I was happy. I love the original series. I'm working my way through and trying to read them all. I want to get Series 2000. I want to get the Horrorland series and the Slappy World series and the Most Wanted series. I'm really invested in the Goosebumps franchise, and I'm so happy that he is now releasing them. Releasing new ones. The name of this new series is Goosebumps House of Shivers. From what I know, there's only 3 available right now, and that is Scariest Book Ever, Goblin Monday, and Night of the Living Mummy. Kind of funny name because he has a book called Night of the Living Dummy, but I see what he did there. The Scariest Book Ever came out in 2023. Goblin Monday came out in 2024, and Night of the Living Mummy came out in 2024. And there's another one coming out in 2025 called Say My Name, Say My Name. And if you look on the back, it looks like a sea monster on the cover. Pretty cool. I don't know what that's going to be about, but I like sea monsters, so I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to read the back of each one of these so you guys can just know what they're about, and maybe if the back interests you, you will pick them up. So, Scariest Book Ever. It says, the only thing to fear is everything. Twins Betty and Billy are visiting their Uncle Wendell at his secluded house in the wayward forest. What they think is going to be a boring stay quickly turns into a real nightmare. Wendell is in possession of the scariest book in the world, and someone is after Wendell. To keep the book safe, the siblings will have to plunge directly into the heart of the dangerous forest. There they must escape man-bats, cannibal crows, and giant insects, among the other horrors, and make it out alive. I am really excited to read this one. Full transparency, I have not read any of these yet. This is just like an initial impressions video. I am really excited to read this one in specific, though, because it's dealing with the scariest book ever, right? And it sounds a little adventure-driven for a Goosebumps book, but it also kind of gives me the Book of the Dead vibes, or the Necronomicon vibes, but for kids. The Necronomicon was originally created by H.P. Lovecraft, but if you know the Book of the Dead, that is from the Evil Dead franchise, the movies, and so it kind of gave me that vibe, but for children, really cool stuff. Now I'm going to read it back for Goblin Monday. Now, bear with me, guys. I know well, I'm not the best reader. I have dyslexia, so it's hard for me to read. I'm getting better, especially reading out loud, though. That is hard for me. So when I read these, if I mess up, please don't make fun of me. But let's read this. Don't go out in the woods today. Mario is spending winter break with his neighbors Todd and Jewel on their family vacation to Vermont. He is excited to see snow for the first time and meet his friend's beloved grandparents. But Todd and Jewel's grandparents turn out to be a little odd. They love telling tales of goblins, elves, and trolls. When Mario spots a blur of green fur in the garden, he wonders if the stories could be real. He's determined to find out what's going on, but the truth might be more dangerous than fiction. Sounds fun. I'm not super invested in what this story sounds like, what it seems to be, but it sounds fun. I'm definitely still going to read it, but it doesn't sound as interesting as the Scariest Book Ever to me, but it does sound fun and pretty cute. Now I'm going to read the back of Night of the Living Mummy. That's a wrap. Happy Silverman is more than a little excited for his class trip to the museum. He loves learning about ancient Egypt and can't wait to see real mummies. At the museum, Happy leans as close to a mummy's display as he possibly can, and something strange happens. His head spins, and he hears an unfamiliar voice ringing in his mind. The mummy is inside Happy's brain and needs his help, or else. This sounds really fun to me. I am really excited to read this one. This just sounds like the mummy's almost in his head, like the mummy possesses him. It sounds cool. I cannot wait to read this one. I'm still gonna say, out of the 3, Scariest Book Ever sounds most interesting to me, but this is a close second. Now let's briefly talk about the cover art, because obviously these look nothing like the original cover arts of the original first 62 Goosebumps books. So this one, I like it. It looks cool. It looks like kind of like a flying head. I'm a little confused about that. I think it's a vampire, but it just kind of looks like a flying head to me, but it looks cool. Is it as cool to me as the original Goosebumps artwork? Absolutely not, but it is a heck of a lot better than the new artwork they're putting on the original Goosebumps books now, the CGI stuff. This is definitely a lot cooler to me. I like this cover art. I wish it had something to do with the scariest book ever. I don't actually see a book on there. I just see like the two kids running. I wish there was more of like the book on the cover, but cool stuff. Now, the cover artwork for Goblin Monday. Like I said, this is the book that I'm least interested in reading, even though I'm going to. I think it's all right. It's a bunch of goblins. I mean, it doesn't have that Goosebumps feel to me. This one doesn't. This doesn't feel like a Goosebumps book to me, except for the fact that it says Goosebumps on it. Like, this could be like the cover art of any book, any like adventure book at that. They don't look real scary or menacing. I don't know. I'm not as into this one. And finally, we have Night of the Living Mummy. I think this artwork is just fine. That's where I'll put it. I don't think it's good as scariest book ever, but I think it's just fine. Do I think it feels like a Goosebumps book? Not really. I mean, the only one that I really think feels like a Goosebumps book is this one. I mean, by the cover art alone, is this one. I know we shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but this one really feels like a Goosebumps book to me. It feels like a modern Goosebumps book, but like in art. But this one, man, I don't know. I think it could pass as any mummy adventure story for kids. I really do. It's just I don't think these cover arts keep up or even come anywhere near close to being as good as the original 62 books, or even some of the Slappy World books, or Most Wanted books, or Horrorland books. I just don't. With that said, though, I know I just kind of went hard on the cover arts of these. I am excited to give these a read nonetheless. They are Goosebumps books, and I love R.L. Stine, and I love the Goosebumps franchise, so I am excited to read these. But there is one really big problem with them. The really big problem is these are going to be hard to read, and we're probably thinking, what? They're kids' books. No, it's not because of how they're written. These printings are garbage. The print quality of these books suck. This is Goblin Monday. I don't know if you can see this craziness. It is dimpled in here. This is just horrible. It is hard to even turn pages. Some pages, sometimes it's better than others, but I think it has to do with the way it's bound. It is awful. Oddly enough, maybe this isn't odd. This actually kind of makes sense. The Night of the Living Mummy, which is the newest one in the series, is the best quality print, and even that has a little issues, but it's the best quality. But these first two, man, they are bad. Bad. And obviously I'm being a little dramatic. Obviously I can read these. They are readable, but this is unacceptable. Scholastic, I don't know what you're doing as a publisher. You are putting out this to people, and these two definitely are unacceptable. Unacceptable print quality. This one is passable, but barely. What are you guys doing? I got these books at BAM Books. That is Books A Million if you're unfamiliar. I went and checked at other stores when I realized how bad the quality was, because I was like, maybe BAM just didn't take care of their books really well. Wow, I do think BAM doesn't take care of their books as well as Barnes & Noble. I did go to Barnes & Noble today, and I checked, and the print quality wasn't great there either. And I went to Target as well just to do a triple check, and the print quality wasn't great there either. So I think this comes down to maybe these books weren't super cared for by BAM, but there's still no excuse. I've bought other books from BAM, and they are nowhere near as bad as this. This is definitely a quality control issue on Scholastic's end, and they need to get their act together if they want people to actually purchase these and keep purchasing them. That's all I can say about that. But with all that said, I am still super excited and super happy that R.L. Stine is writing new Goosebumps books again. I hope these are great. I hope these are just as good as the original. I doubt they'll be as good as the original, but I'm confident that R.L. Stine still has it in him to put out some awesome stories. I'm really excited. If you guys are interested in this, go pick it up. Maybe your print quality won't be as bad as mine, but I definitely think these are worth picking up. I'm going to do individual reviews on my channel of each of these books. They'll be coming hopefully sometime this October. This is all I got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, if you can hit that like and subscribe button, it costs you nothing and it helps me out a ton. I really put a lot of love and hard work into these videos. I love making this. These books and this subject matter is my passion, and I can't imagine making any other type of content. God bless you guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.